to your July Astro Dice reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, hit that big old like button. Welcome back, everyone, and all the new subscribers. And if you guys really like this, hit that big old subscribe button. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on. And remember to always leave comments. I love listening to what you have to say. I like, interacting. It's also really good for the algorithms and really pushing this video out there so that more Capricorns can watch these videos. So let's get in here. For those of you who are new, and this is where I take astrology with tarot, make a small horoscope for the month. We are getting ready for a Mercury retrograde on the 17th through August 10th, I believe it is. So yeah, there we go, right? Here we go again. Okay, guys, let's get in here. Best message, please, for the beautiful Capricorn. Using only one of the 12 houses. Best house, please. Ooh, we got some Mercury coming out in the 8th house. Ooh. Some Virgo energy. Wow, you guys are going to be really working over here. I'm going to kind of push them like this, though. We set the cards next to them as well. Okay, let's see what we've got going on over here. We have this beautiful Mercury energy. This is how you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. And remember, we're talking about that 8th house. Okay, so going over here to this Virgo energy. The energy around you is dutiful, hesitant, humble, with a discriminating, diligent, and painstaking air. So really getting busy over here. Busy communicating. There's going to be a lot of communication going back and forth between you and another person. Could be a really busy at work as well. But remember, we're talking about that 8th house. We're talking about the transformational area of your life. It's about shared resources and intense emotions. So you could be having a lot of intense conversations going on when it comes to the 8th house. So let's get in here and get straight into the situation. The situation is taking place at the beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month. Beginning of the month for the beautiful Capricorn. Feeling like you're starting out the beginning of the month over here with a little bit of imbalance. There could be something very excessive going on, or maybe some even overindulgence. Okay, whether it's you or someone that you're dealing with, could be dealing with a Sagittarius. We also have your card here as well. So it could even be you, my friends. Okay, you might even be having a little bit of feeling like you're restricted in certain areas. You might even feel like you're bringing some things to an extreme. Like I said, if you know it's not you, then that's fine. It could be someone else around you. Having the Tower coming out. So there's definitely going to be some kind of sudden change of awareness also of these extremities that are going on. It also feels like, because the Devil is in reverse, it is also talking about restoring that control where things felt like they were maybe obsessive or excessive. So I do feel like if you did feel like, you were kind of going out of your way a little over extreme, it feels like you're going to rein that back in. Okay, you're going to have this kind of sudden awareness to the situation that, you know what, this is a little too much. Maybe I'm putting myself out there too much. Maybe I'm restricting myself too much. So your self-belief system is going to be definitely changing when it comes to this situation. Okay, so it does feel like you're restoring some kind of control that may have been getting out of control. Like I said, whether it's between you and another person or yourself, you will know, right? Use your discernment on what that is. So grabbing a card there. Let's see kind of what's going on there. Grabbing another card. Actually, what we're going to use the little cards. Let's use the little cards to go on top of the bigger cards. So yeah, clarify on this situation the very beginning of the month. So yeah, and I like that because it's kind of like the communication between you and your higher self. It can even be the communication between you and another person. Hey, you know what? You need to settle down, or I need to settle down, or we need to settle down. Right? Let's see. Because it's getting a little excessive over here. Ooh, We have the Five of Cups coming out over here. So it is talking about, yeah, right? Being able to see what's going on within the situation. Five of Cups, kind of looking down at, what I was looking at, but now I can look behind me to see the beauty of the situation, understand that sudden change. You know what? I don't have to sit over here and look at these Three of Cups because I'm obsessing over them, or I'm thinking negative thoughts about them, or this is getting out of control. I can now turn around, see the Two of Cups behind me and say, hey, you know what? It would be much better if I went this way. So really having, I could fix things and get things better. Absolutely. Having better desires and better intentions. The intentions are much better if I just turn around. If I could actually see what's really going on. A lot of times we get ourselves into places where we start not realizing what is really going on within the situation, right? It's almost like I don't always see exactly what's in front of me, but all of a sudden I have this sudden awareness like, whoa, wait a minute, I'm taking this to the extreme, or they're being extra, over extreme about this situation. Hold on, guys, let me move this up just a little bit. There you go. Yeah, so it's almost like having that sudden awareness that, wait, what's going on? So it just feel like you kind of got lost within, a little bit of maybe, a little bit of excessive thoughts, excessive things that were going on around you, or letting somebody, pull you into that direction. But I love it. You got the Devil there, your own energy, bringing you back to center, back to where you're going to humble yourself, back to, hey, you know what? I'm going to ground myself here. So going to the mid-month. And that's going to be some intense emotions, that's for sure. Because you have all these cups coming up around all this upheaval, right? So definitely going to cause some intense emotions going on. So in the mid-month, you do have the Judgment in reverse. Planning your way out of this situation, but preparing for extra progress, but seeing a little bit of a delay in where you're moving. Okay, so it's kind of like I have the sudden awareness of things that are going on, but I do feel like I could be kind of ignoring the call a little bit, or you might feel somebody else is ignoring the call and they're playing it a little slow. Okay, but it does feel like, we do have this preparation. The communication that you're going to have throughout this situation is that this person has kind of lack of energy, or you might just be feeling very bored within this situation. Guys, I really feel it's you. I feel like there's something here that's going on with this other person, whether you're dealing with a Virgo or you're dealing with an Aquarius or an Aries, whoever this person is. I just feel like all of a sudden, I think the excessiveness is just now becoming boredom. I think you've been trying to set your intentions in the very beginning of the month of what you're going to do, trying to bring in extra things. But I think that the sudden awareness really just comes back down to more sudden awareness. And just having this understanding that they're not getting it. They're not getting what's going on within this situation. And you're just prepared to move because I feel like you just feel weighed down. You feel bored about this situation. You have lack of motivation when it comes to this situation, whether it's in your job or with or relationship, whatever it is. Something is just to the point where it's like, I want to move forward. I have the insight and the foresight to see what I want, but it's just delay after delay, and there's no movement, there's no fun, there's nothing. I'm just bored. So I do feel like you're feeling a lot of boredom. Okay, a lot of boredom and a lot of lack of motivation to actually get this going in the mid-month. Okay. So really about your intense feelings here is just really about I just don't feel like this is going the direction I want it to go in when it comes to your 8th house. Yeah, you're looking for the future happiness within the situation, but you're not seeing it. You're just not seeing it. You're just like, and I plan this future, and as the more I look out into my future with the Three of Wands, I don't see anything. I'm becoming more bored with the situation. I don't see a turnaround. I don't see this working in my favor. So I really do think that your sudden awareness is, without the extremities, maybe without the, getting rid of the toxicities, freeing myself from all of that stuff. However it is, take it how it resonates. It doesn't matter. By the mid-month, you are just super bored. It was like there was, getting rid of this toxic energy. And it's not saying that you have to have toxic things in your life to make things fun. It's just saying that, you know what, it went from toxicity to literally boredom or extreme factors and overindulgence to I'm done with this. I'm just bored with this situation. Now that I really see what's going on, it was just the extreme. I'm bored. Look at all these cups. For some of you, it could even be drinking. Just want you to know, you might have been over drinking or been, and just out partying, having a good time. That's only going to be for some of you, but out partying, having a good time. And then all of a sudden you realize, you know what? I'm tired of coming home with a hangover. I'm tired of all this extreme stuff. You know what? And I'm getting really bored of it. Sometimes we just get bored, right? Just get bored. It's weighing on me. Or maybe you're tired of going out, drink this person. Maybe this person just drinks too much, parties too much. And it's just like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. So take that however it is. But whatever it is, you're looking out to your future going, if this is, if it's going to be like this in the future, I'm done. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do something better. Your job is boring, right? However it is, it's this extreme wake-up call that you're having. It's like a reprogrammed mind. To where, yeah, it's like a reprogramming. Eight of Swords. It's like I'm in my head about the situation, but I'm just like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm just in my head about this situation, but it's almost like I need to reprogram my mind. I want to keep saying that. I heard it. I want to reprogram my mind, or my mind has somehow or another reset. It's when it came to this Tower and then to this Judgment, you're feeling like you need to take more authority over your life. There's something going on where you need more freedom, or you need more fun, or both. You need more freedom, you need more fun, you need more stability, of fun, however it is. Like I said, it's going to be way different for everyone, so I'm just trying to throw everything out there, guys, okay? As much as possible for you. And if you already know exactly what it is, just take what resonates. Whatever doesn't resonate, you keep there for someone else. Yeah, because no matter what, it only feels like it's partial success. It's like, this is not where my success lays. I don't want this. That's Three of Wands in reverse. That's saying this is not my end goal. I'm starting to realize this is more pressure. It's becoming boring, or it's, lack of motivation. I have no passion for this. And it could be dealing with you could be dealing with, like I said, a Virgo. Could be dealing with a Virgo, another Capricorn, a Taurus, however it is, but it's something that's saying, this is not where it is. I want to, put myself where I am. And you might even feel like, that's the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, so that could become a very dangerous person, right? A dangerous woman, a dangerous man. Maybe you feel like they're a danger to your finances. Maybe you feel like they're gold digging, overspending, making you, take care of their excessive drinking. Maybe you're buying everything for them, however it is. But no matter what it is, you just feel like this is kind of the danger zone for you. It's kind of a warning sign for you as well, because it's almost like your body is giving you that kind of warning sign, or your higher self is a warning sign of, come on, there's something better out there. It's like giving yourself your own red flags. Something so much better. So going to the end of the month, man, you guys, and there's going to be a lot of communication. Don't forget that communication, because you are communicating not only to other people, but also to your higher self, and to yourself as you're preparing yourself, going, what am I doing? It's kind of like having that self-to-self talk, right? Kind of like, what the fuck am I doing? This is not doing anything for me. If anything, this is weighing me down and taking my success away from me, because I know I'm worth so much more. Four of Cups, sudden awareness again. How many times are you guys going to have sudden awareness? One, two, three. This one you try to push away a little bit by ignoring the call, but it's almost like, okay, you can try to ignore the call as much as you want. But as soon as that Mercury retrograde comes in, it's almost like it's pushing you right back and it's giving you the red flags to say, hey, don't ignore that call. And then you have sudden awareness again. Oh, so, okay. So as soon as you're like, well, maybe it's not as bad, but I'm going to keep pushing forward. But then, see what I'm saying? By the 20th over here, you're just like, no, warning signs, right? So over here, you're going to choose this happiness. You're like, that's it. I'm withdrawing. I'm done. That's it, guys. You're done. Maybe even if it's in a relationship or a marriage or something, maybe you're afraid also because of the shared assets. Maybe you don't want to get a divorce or do any of those things because you know what? We have a lot of property. We have a lot of assets. What am I going to lose, or what are they going to try to take from me? Is it cheaper to keep or scenario? Do you see what I'm saying? But the more that you're sitting over here thinking about these situations, the more you're getting these warning signs like you got to get out of Dodge. So you're thinking about your wealth, you're thinking about your security, you're thinking about your abundance. If you guys are moms, if you're moms, you're thinking about your children, you're thinking about the development of your children, or dads. Maybe you're dealing with a woman who drinks all the time or something, right? However, it could even be that you're dealing with the situation. Maybe you're pregnant and you're just like, maybe I don't want this person around because they drink all the time. I need them to leave, but I am worried about my resources and assets, because they do need to take care of this child. Okay, so I mean, because she could be the pregnant woman or a mom. However, for some of you, you might even be aware that, you know what, I need to be more disciplined with the situation. Maybe you're going to leave to go to your mom's. Maybe you're going to have this conversation with your mom and your dad and saying, yeah, you know what, I can't stay here anymore, right? I need to take me and the children, and I needed to get out of Dodge, right? So, yeah, multiple priorities. Yeah, time management, adapting to the situation, really thinking and delving deep within the situation to balance out everything for you. Clarify on these cards for me, please. What are they doing, right? The sudden awareness, going within, actually going straight into Virgo mode over here, going straight into Hermit mode, looking at what it is that you need. It's almost like initiating within yourself the knowledge to carry through and getting to your place. I feel like you are, instead of communicating with this person now, I feel like you may be cold shouldering this person, ghosting this person, because of some kind of a disagreement. And the disagreement could be because you are leaving the situation, or you do not want to do this anymore. Leaving could be metaphoric, as I'm not doing this and participating anymore, or definitely just getting up and walking out the door. I'm leaving this job. I'm leaving this relationship. I'm leaving, right? It doesn't suit me. This is not good for me. Yeah, going after a place where you feel of freedom and creation, and a place that you definitely have more passion about, feeling more passionate about life. A place where you're going to feel like you're actually getting your Three of Cups. Yeah, the Lovers to the Three of Cups. This is where you're going to feel more productive. You're going to feel like you're achieving this success, really weighing the pros and cons on where is my success and my happiness going to come from, at this time. So yeah, it does look like you might be making some kind of, what other people would say, this is a communication of rash decisions, but this is actually this is what you really truly need to carry on within your life. In July, you're saying it has to be this way because this is the only place I'm going to get passionate about life. Okay, so for some of you, you might be getting divorced or need to be talking to this lawyer, or maybe you already found a new passionate partner within the King of Swords over here, or this King of Cups. However it is, you might be giving your time into a new relationship, or you're walking out of another relationship. Yeah, or having this person help dissolve this issue. It could even be a new person who walks in who wants to give you a new job. So take it how it is, but there is a lot of intense emotions coming out of this situation for you, when it comes to your eighth house. So there is definitely going to be a lot of you in your mind at this time. Make sure that you are, not being so critical on yourself. Make sure that you are, really taking the time to think for yourself, and really taking good self-care. Okay, make sure that you are giving yourself a lot of self-care and rest during this time. Okay, and that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye bye.